morning everyone, it is 7 AM and we are in the queue for our ferry and I can see the lovely white cliffs of Dover, yay! Much rather be seeing the inside of my eyelids though. 7:28, still waiting to board. We're on the ferry, 2 minutes to spare, yay! Bienvenue en France. Welcome to Belgium. I thought I'd bring you the final, at least what I hope will be the final episode of Bruise Watch. Da, 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 da. I mean, I can see a little bit, but from that distance you can probably barely see anything. And then my leg, da, 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 almost completely gone. So this will be the last time you see my bruise, so take a good long look. Hello everybody, we are still in Belgium. We are driving quite close towards the border now, so pretty soon we are going to be crossing into the Netherlands. Hooray! However, there's also nearly less than an hour, and you know what happens when there is less than an hour to go in the drive? We do this dance! Less than an hour dance! Yay! We're delirious! Da 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 da! Welcome to the Netherlands! Yay! Welcome to Kersouwe's Amphitheatre. This is where we'll be performing tonight, and in moments, by magic, a set will appear. Ta-da! Excellent work, team. We are all done. We have finished our getting, and I'm not gonna lie, I think everybody's a bit delirious. Chris has gone for a spin. Yeah, we got up at 6 o'clock this morning for the ferry. We've driven through 3 countries, done a getting.
Do you synchronise swimming?
And we've just discovered that we've never swum in the sea. Not our sea, anyway.
Yeah.
It's beautiful. No tent for us today. We are under this canopy, so we don't need the tent, but we do need the tent frame to hang all of our costumes on. So once again, it all looks very different back here. Hello everyone. So it's raining, as you might be able to hear. We're dry because of the canopy, but that also means it's very loud, and I don't know if you can hear it in the distance. That's thunder.
And then we'll just see how it plays out, and then we'll resume hopefully in a little while time. But we want to go back to the kick-off excitement. Thank you so much.
Well, that's interesting.
Well, I've never seen that happen before.
Dave, tell us what just happened.
We literally did introduction to the show here.
Yeah.
And as soon as the introduction finished, the heavens opened. And as you can see out there, unfortunately, the audience is suffering a lot more than we are because we're under a lovely canopy.
Yeah, we've got this.
But there's thunder and lightning, and to be honest, it's becoming a little bit dangerous, not only for the audience, but for us as well, being under that metal canopy. So we are stopping and we're going to wait and see what happens, but we have been told that this might carry on for 45 minutes or so it could potentially be that we don't carry on today, so we'll have to wait and see. But fingers crossed we can carry on.
Yeah. I mean, it was very dramatic. While I was saying all my lines about the storm, can you hear that? That's all I could hear every time I was talking about the storm. Lightning, thunder, thunder, thunder. I'm speechless. Yeah. This is, yeah.
Yeah.
I've never had a show stop before. I've done a show that got to the interval and then the thunder and lightning was so bad that we didn't carry on. I've never had a show stop. So I came off as Ariel and the venue manager is backstage here talking to Dave, and I'm like, do I do my costume change? And he says no. And Dave walked onto stage and said, ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna have to stop. It's so weird. I don't like it. I'm here to do the show. I want to do the show. So fingers crossed that either the rain lessens or it stops soon and we're able to get back and do the show. Because to come all this way and give them 10 minutes of show would be really sad. Chris, what's the news?
The worst news is that we have not safely found our king and queen. It's raining. It's chucking it down. We travelled 400 miles today across 4 countries.
Oh my god, did you all see that?
The sky, it seems, would pour down stinking pitch, but that the sea mounting to the welkin cheek dashes the fire out.
Hell is empty and all the devils are here. Just in case. Bevan, Mum, Dad, back. Maybe I'll look it all.
Oh no, you're going to be alright.
If I don't make it.
Hello everyone, editing Nicola here. So after about 20 minutes, we were told that Thunder and Lightning would be stopping in 15 minutes. And could we please restart the play then? The only thing was the Thunder and Lightning was going to restart at 10:30. So could we do a cut down version of the play and run straight through without an interval? So we then spent the next 15 minutes working out which bits we could cut in order that we could still communicate the best possible version of the show and finish within the allotted time.
I can swim like a duck. What?
Here, kiss the book. Though thou canst swim like a duck, thou art made like a goose.
Hello everyone, as you can now see, because it's nice and daylight, it is the next day. And last night was something pretty special and something I have never experienced. As I think I said in one of my videos, I have been part of a show before that has not restarted after the interval. There was a thunderstorm over our head and it was called off and we didn't finish the show, and that was awful and really gutting. But I've never been in a show before with an actual show stop where someone had to walk on the stage and say, we're stopping. So that was interesting. So for anyone who knows the play or has seen our play, we stopped at the point right before Caliban should have come on, which is 10 minutes into the play. So we restarted from that point. We restarted from Awake Dear Heart, Thou Hast Slept Well, where Prospera reawakens Miranda. So that's where we started. And then we ran from there to the end, no interval. And we managed it. We brought that show down at 10:30 on the dot. And it was such a hard show because concentration was so high. But I have never been more proud of a team I have worked with because everybody took it in their stride. Even though you've seen how hard our day had already been up till then, everybody just took it in their stride, worked really hard, concentrated, and I think we still gave a brilliant show despite the fact that by the end we were exhausted. But that was Kersouwe, and now we are in Wassenaar, which hopefully, fingers crossed, should be much more straightforward. We're about to start our first show of 2, which means tonight we will be able to do exactly the same as we did at Westminster and Arundel. We will be able to walk away, leaving our setup, our tent up. So all we have to do tomorrow is turn up, put our props out and the bits and pieces that we've had to tuck away safely, which is wonderful. After the day that we had yesterday, doing no get out tonight is going to be bliss. We're in the interval here, and I don't know if you can tell, that steam is rising directly off the lovely Chris.
It's because I'm so hot. Somebody stop me.
You are hot. It's our second show at Wassenaar, and we're all just sort of hanging out backstage. This is the master. I don't believe you've met the master.
Nice to meet you.
You wear it so well.
It doesn't smell so bad today. I Febrezed it. So I noticed a lady at the very back and she's sitting in the bandstand and she's painting, and I just assumed she was painting the stage and the trees and the scenery, so I thought I'm going to be nosy, I'm going to ask her what she's doing. And she has painted the set, the trees and most of the characters. It's unfinished and she said that we can have it to keep as a memento.
We have the finished painting. Look at that. It's absolutely amazing. And she did that while we did the show.
And
as well.
Paid attention to the show as well and loved it. So like, I'm speechless.
It's amazing.
It's by Lisa McKinney.
Thank you, Lisa. Hello everyone, editing Nicola here again. After that last bit of footage, our evening unfortunately took quite a downward turn as a piece of set landed on Dave in the get out and he had to go to hospital. So the 4 of us remained and completed the get out, but we'd also got a long drive to do that evening, so it wasn't the ideal time for it to happen. Not that there ever is an ideal time for such a thing to happen, but I do want to thank the amazing staff at Stet who helped us out during that get out when it was very stressful, and also to the artist who provided us with that painting for providing us tea. So yes, we did the get out and then we split into 2 teams, one that would wait for David near the hospital and one that would head off to our accommodation. So I was in the team that headed off. We took the set that way in the event that for some reason Dave and the others couldn't get over until the next day, we could go out and build the set up in the morning. And we arrived at our accommodation and neither Chris nor myself were willing to go to bed until we knew everyone was okay. So we waited until David got out of hospital and was driven to the accommodation by the others, and we were all reunited at about 4:30 in the morning after what had become a very long day. Babe, how you feeling?
This is how I feel. Yes, I'm sporting this lovely...
So it is a lovely look.
Yes. Because guess who was an idiot last night during the get-outs?
No!
It's only me here. Yes, it was me. I loosened something I shouldn't have loosened, and the consequence of that is that the set fell on my head. But surprisingly, my head's still here. But when this bandage comes off, it might not be anymore. So this might be the last time you actually see me. But yeah, 12 stitches. 12 stitches.
So today we are on our final leg of our Netherlands tour. It's been a hell of a week, but we are in the lovely Schovenhorst. Apologies if my pronunciation is incorrect on that. It's lovely and sunny, and we're about to go up this viewing tower, which gives you lovely views of the surrounding countryside, and it's just a bit of fun. And if you watched the videos last year, you may remember me having almost a heart attack. So I'm praying that doesn't happen again, but watch this space.
Chris, how are you feeling, mate?
Great.
Are you okay?
No.
Honestly.
You're okay, right? Whenever you're ready, guys. You can do it, mate. So this is the top of that tower you just saw us inside. And if it wasn't for that metal structure there, I don't think you would know.
Yes.
But the view is amazing. Katie and I have just got back from the tower, and this is what we found for dinner.
Look at the colourful food.
Ooh.
We can smell it. This is exactly what we need.
Hello everyone. Team Tempest cannot catch a break. It is chucking it down. More day past where do some of us. Our audiences are hiding under their brollies. They're hiding at the back. We cannot catch a break. Hello everyone, Editing Nicola here again. And yes, if I'm here, you know that's because something happened. And once again, a storm broke right over our heads. So not long after that last bit of footage was taken, it was Katie's turn to go onto the stage and stop the show. At which point the rain was torrential, the thunder was so loud, and our audience fled to shelter in a nearby house. And we went with them. We're inside a house with quite a lot of our audience, an amazing bow you might remember from last year's Merchant of Venice. So yeah, our audience are either in here or sheltering in their cars because look at that. Like Kersouwe, our hosts at Schovenhorst were keen that we would restart the show once the thunderstorm passed over, but it was so vicious and it lasted so long that it didn't leave us with very much time, so we had to get the script back out and work out again what extra bits we could cut while still delivering a brilliant performance for our audience.
Lacking it.
Yeah.
It's the best thing to do.
Absolutely.
Shakespeare would have wanted.
Hello, Editing Nicola again. Are you getting bored of me yet? Well, after that show, the set was absolutely soaked, and knowing that we had to leave it in the van for nearly a week, and given how completely exhausted we all were, the decision was made to leave the set up overnight and to take it down the following morning before we drove to get the ferry. Welcome to Dunkirk ferry port. It is a beautiful day. Ain't that always the way when you're not on stage? None of us will be appearing in this video today because the passport man just pointed out, rather jokingly and amusingly, that we don't actually look anything like our passports today. I believe he looked at the pictures, looked at us and said, close enough. Hello again, everyone. Editing Nicola here. I promise this is the last time you're going to see me on this particular video. However, at the port we had one last problem, which was that they decided to search the van. Only because our set is so tightly packed together, they had to send sniffer dogs. And in the time it took them to send the sniffer dogs, the van missed the ferry, which meant that the Berlingo with myself, Katie and Rachel sailed away from Dunkirk, leaving the van with David and Chris behind. The window might be dirty, so forgive that, but we're just pulling into Dover now. Looks pretty beautiful. Meanwhile, on the other side of the channel, the van has boarded the ferry and is only just about to leave, so they are a full 2 hours behind us. We're finally back in the UK and we're driving north as the sun sets. Chris is in the driving seat. Hey Chris. Chris, how are you doing?
I've been better. I'm not gonna lie. I've definitely been better.
How did it feel to not make it onto the ferry?
I am mortified. Just the cherry on the top of a horrendous week.
Yeah.
Because we have steel deck and things are in between the steel deck. They wouldn't take our word for it. They were a theatre company. So then they had to get the dog, and it was 2 minutes, but it wasn't 2 minutes. It was more like 15, and because of that, we missed the ferry by like a minute. I should have been home by now.
Yeah, we're now 2 hours behind, guys. So this has been a pretty special day. The sunset's nice though.
But the sun is pretty.
So we're, you know, taking the rough with the smooth and all that.
What doesn't kill you makes you stronger. Stand a little taller. Doesn't mean I'm lonely when I'm alone. What doesn't kill you makes you stronger, stronger. Just me, my team, and I.